We did it. 4 weeks of tracking my expenses. That was my goal. It's done. Now, the last update I gave you was in week 2, and I told you there were all kind of unexpected expenses that I had in week 2. Well, guess what? Week 3 and week 4 had the same thing. In week 3, the cable on one side of my garage door broke, so that left my garage door not working properly. And then in week 4, there were some unexpected car expenses. And yet, we persevered and we kept tracking. But life was lifing during this particular goal that I had. What happened with you as you were looking to track your expenses? Did you have the same kinds of things? As I admitted in week 2, even in weeks 3 and 4, I didn't consistently write all of my expenses down exactly when I made the purchase. I had to go back and look on my banking app and then write things down after the fact. So that wasn't as great. And I wish I could say that that didn't happen. Well, now that I am finished with the 4 weeks of tracking, remember I said at the very beginning that this was part of a larger goal. And what I wanted to do next was do some budgeting for the remaining part of November and then continue to track my expenses as we go into Christmas during the month of December. So I'm going to keep tracking my expenses and also look and see if I can stay within my budget during the month of December. So those are the next 2 goals that I want to tackle. So how did you do? Were you able to track consistently? Did you have unexpected expenses just like I did? See, that's the thing. When we're looking to change our behaviors and when we're setting some goals, things happen that we don't expect and that we don't plan for. And so the big question is, what do you do? Do you give up or do you keep going and you keep persevering? Well, I am hoping that you, just like I did, continue to persevere. Now that I have finished this 4-week goal, I'm going to go back to, at the beginning in week 1 or just before week 1, I was planning and using the changed playbook. And I looked to see the letter E, which is expect. Expect that it won't always feel that way. And then how do you expect to feel once you accomplish the goal? This is what I wrote. I expect to feel a sense of accomplishment. I expect to be excited as I show myself that I can master my money. And I expect to go into the holiday season without the stress of money. Well, today as I sit in front of you, I can say, I'm not sure if I feel a sense of accomplishment because I didn't always track my expenses like right when I made them. So that makes me think I need to continue to be disciplined in the art of tracking my expenses. I do feel like I have a better kind of mastery of my money and what's being spent. So for example, I didn't eat out as much, especially not during the week. But I did eat out a little bit more on the weekend. Otherwise, I did spend money, but on groceries so that I could make sure I was cooking more, which is a really good thing. And I wasn't kind of wasting my money eating out. At least for me, it felt like sometimes that was a waste of money when I can come home and cook. I didn't spend as much money during the week, but I did spend more money on the weekend. So that was just something I wanted to pay attention to as well. So I do feel like I have a better handle on my money. So that part is good. But I don't, like I said, I'm not so sure I feel the same sense of accomplishment of being really diligent at tracking my expenses. So I'm going to continue to do that for a bit longer, even as I go into kind of the next part of this goal. And as I said before, this Dare to Dream New Dreams, that's the last part of the changed framework. And this goal of tracking my expenses for 30 days was part of something larger. And so I will do that, which is to kind of do a budget for the last half of November and then a full budget before we get into December for the entire month of December. And I'll keep you posted on how that's going. So in the comments, let me know what happened with your budget. And so that we can continue to have this conversation, please like, share, and subscribe. Share this video with others so that we can all make this change together and start using this changed framework more. All right, I'll keep you posted on what happens next. Take care.